On this live, I actually wanted to talk about in Neville Goddard's his big reader. This is the one I have in the power of awareness. I want to discuss failure because I think it's really important too. And so I wanted to read from it and talk about it and discuss it. And this is something I've discussed with my manifesting buddies. And so this book would not be complete without some discussion of failure in the attempted use of the law of assumption. It is entirely possible that you either have had or will have a number of failures in this respect, many of them in really important matters. If, having reading this book, having a thought knowledge of the application and working of the law of assumption, you faithfully apply it in an effort to attain some intense desire and fail, what is the reason? If to the question, did you persist enough, you can answer yes, and still the attainment of your desire was not realized, what is the reason for failure? The answer to this is the most important factor in the successful use of the law of assumption. The time it takes your assumption to become fact. Your desire to be fulfilled is directly proportionate to the naturalness of your feeling of already being what you want to be, of already having what you desire. The fact that it does not feel natural to you to be what you imagine yourself to be is the secret of your failure. And I would have to agree a lot with that. That's what I'm finding hands down in my journey and my manifesting journey is totally is like it doesn't feel natural for me to be a billionaire at all. It doesn't feel like people manifesting celebrities. Can it be possible? Yes, people do it. For like me in my reality, it doesn't feel natural for me to manifest a celebrity. So therefore, I don't know if I could do it because it doesn't feel natural. Winning the lottery, to me, this is me, my own opinion, my own reality, but it doesn't feel natural for me to win the lottery. So I'd rather just use my brain power on just like does it feel natural that I will be a millionaire or can be a millionaire? Absolutely. So that we'll have to I've been working on abundance and I'll be working on it more. I probably will be a millionaire within 5 years, even not even using manifestation, just because I have a good job, I put into retirement, I invest, this and that. So yes, that does not only does that feel like an attainable goal, but like just I can go into the natural feeling of feeling abundant to being a millionaire. I can naturally do that and work on that more and see what happens. So, um, I did my reconciling with my best friend. I did a video on that. I did feel natural that it did feel natural to me that I could um, be friends with him again. So therefore, I did. Um, that happened. I was able to do that. So here, let me read more. Regardless of your desire, regardless of how faithfully and intelligently you follow the law, if you do not feel natural about what you want to be, you will not be it. If it does not feel natural to you to get a better job, you will not get a better job. The whole principle is vividly expressed by the Bible phrase, you die in your sins. John 8:24. If you do not transcend from your present level to the state desired. How can this feeling of naturalness be achieved? The secret lies in one word, imagination. That's when we use our techniques and our techniques, affirmations, SATs to go and imagine inner conversations. We do that to then get the feeling of naturalness. I mean, that's how I got back with my Pacific person, my romantic one, is I kept going into imagination to make it to get it to feel natural. And then now things are going. Things were things are progressing, things are evolving. For example, and then two, that suppresses your subconscious too. By going into your imagination, suppresses your subconsciousness, then you create great things. For example, this is very simple illustration. Assume that you are securely chained to a large, heavy iron bench. You could not possibly run. In fact, you could not even walk. In these circumstances, it would not be natural for you to run. You could not even feel that it was natural for you to run, but you could easily imagine yourself running. In that instant, while your consciousness is filled with your imagined running, you have forgotten that you are bound. In imagination, your running was completely natural. So that's what I do. Like with my romantic Pacific person, I went into my imagination and I imagined us together. And then till it became and it felt natural. And I went into sats and I got really into the feeling. And then it did over time, it created. So the essential feeling of naturalness can be achieved by persistently filling your consciousness with imagination. Imagining yourself being what you want to be or having what you desire. Progress can spring only from your imagination, from your desire to transcend your present level. What you truly and literally must feel is that with your imagination, all things are possible. You must realize that changes are not caused by caprice, but by a change of consciousness. You may fail to achieve or sustain the particular state of consciousness necessary to produce the effect you desire. But once you know that consciousness is the only reality and is the sole creator of your particular world and have burnt this truth into your whole being, then you know that success or failure is entirely in your own hands. Whether or not you are disciplined enough to sustain the required state of consciousness in specific instances has no bearing on the truth of the law itself. That is an assumption. If persisted in, will harden into fact. That's what I'm finding. I've manifested so many things at this point. They do harden into fact after time. The certainty of the truth of this law must remain despite great disappointment and tragedy. Even when you see the light of life go out and all the world go on as though it were still day, you must not believe that because your assumption failed to materialize. The truth that assumptions do materialize is a lie. If your assumptions are not fulfilled, it is because of some error or weakness in your consciousness, like it's not feeling natural, basically. However, these errors and weaknesses can be overcome. Therefore, press on to the attainment of ever higher levels by feeling that you already are the person you want to be. And remember that the time it takes your assumption to become reality is proportionate to the naturalness of being it. Man surrounds himself with the true image of himself. Every spirit builds itself a house, and beyond its house, a world, and beyond its world, a heaven. Know then that the world exists for you, built therefore your own world. By Emerson. For you, the phenomenon is perfect. What we are, that only can we see. All that Adam had, all that Caesar would, you have and can do. Adam called his house heaven and earth. Caesar called his house Rome. You perhaps call yours a cobbler's trade, 100 acres of land, or a scholar's garret. Yet line for line and point for point, your domination is as great as theirs, though without fine name. Build therefore your world your own world as fast as you conform your life to the pure idea in your mind. That will unfold in great proportion. All right. I just think that um, that's a. I really like that book in The Power of Awareness, with about failure, because it helped me even too, because when I was struggling with manifesting my Pacific person, my romantic Pacific person, I read The Power of Awareness, the whole book, several times, and it helped shift things for me, and helped. And then I'm even having to redo it, reth- reread it, redo it. But I know that not everybody has the book, not everybody likes to read, so, and not everybody understands it. What this has helped me with being better at manifesting, um, being aware of my thoughts, feeling it's real, and I don't know, just more and more things keep manifesting into my reality. And if things aren't where they want to be, I know that it's probably either my awareness or I'm not feeling it natural. And just keep working at it, keep going, keep working at it, and work on smaller things too. That's helped me in this whole journey, is working on smaller things and building up into bigger things. So that's all I wanted to do on this live, was read that, because I think it's, and I don't know if I hear a lot of people on their channels talk about that, in The Power of Awareness, the book of failure, the chapter on failure. So I think it's a good reminder to think about if you are looking at why you might be failing. Um, I know it's helped a couple of my manifesting buddies. I've talked to them about it, and then when they read it and really sunk into it, and they've improved their relationships over, once they were aware that they weren't, like, if they're, yeah. So just got to keep working on feeling it natural. I know it's a process, it's a journey. Keep going. You'll get there. All right. That's all. All right. Bye.